Alright, so what we got today? Working on my camper. The slide out motor, the gearbox is stripped out. So this is a 2018 open range light. And it has these cable driven slides that, I don't know, they work on some kind of wizardry. I don't know really what they do, but they work. So, well, they worked until now. So it's been stripped a little while. It'll bring the slide in no problem, but going out is a different story. So almost if I can't figure out how to get this motor off here, so you can see it there. So this is the motor, gearbox, and it conveniently says gearbox on it, so I know the difference now. Well, I'm gonna try to get this loose and take this off. I bought a new one on Amazon. Looks the same. I don't know. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. If not, hopefully we can rob some parts off of it, because this motor works good, but there's just something in the gearbox. So let's see if we can't get this thing off of here. So I went ahead and snapped a couple of pictures of these adjusters here. I'm going to loosen them up a little bit. I don't know if it'll be enough, but I can loosen up both chains just by looking at this. So I don't want to get it out of adjustment, so like I said, I snapped a couple pictures, and hopefully we can get back to the same spot where we was at. There's 30 on that one. Still kind of tight. There's 30 on that one. And that's more like a half a turn on that one. There's about 30 on that one. Still kind of tight, but maybe we can wiggle it other. I don't know. I'm afraid this is going to turn into a giant mess. Oh well. Now this bracket for the motor is bolted to the wall with what I can see looks like 5 bolts or some kind of screw here. I'm sure these will probably snap off on the wall. Well, got one out. Looks just like a basic lag screw. There's 10. That's a little better. I don't know. We might still wiggle it up in there. I don't know. Running out of room for my socket, that one, on that one. Well, all that cranking, I got to thinking, should I mark these chains that way they're lined up exactly right? Probably should, before I take this all the way off and it springs all apart and does God knows what. So let's do that before we get too far along here. Yeah. So luckily I found a black Sharpie that barely does show up. Hopefully that's enough. Yeah, I don't know. And I remembered to grab the motor this time, and it looked close enough to being the same. I believe it'll work. Let's get this last bolt out and See what happens. Obviously not loose enough. Let's see where we can find some more slack. Wasn't looking forward to that. Well, there's about 12 turns on that one. This one's too long. Ugh. That ain't gonna work. Not sure if you can tell where I'm at, but I'm laying on top of the slide, kind of Supermaning it to get this apart. And it's not convenient to climb back down and get tools. And I didn't bring all I needed, so nothing new there. There's 50. I got to looking. Is this an adjuster in this? Like, I could have took all this slack out, and that nut would have showed me where to tighten it back up to. Maybe. You better not go far. Oh, okay, well, we come all the way loose. At least that should maybe be easier, I don't know. So there's my mark on that one. Oh, and that had some tension on it. Okay, so that's lined up. I wonder if I should put some screws in it and then put the other chain on it. Maybe that'd be easier. Okay, so those are just snug. We're not tightened down yet. And I haven't cut the wires, but I want to see if I can line this chain up first. Hopefully we can still see our marker somewhere. And it's not looking good. That's not good. Oh, not too bad lining it up there. Let's see, this cable. Yeah, that'll reach. Cut my finger somehow in the process. But I probably should have just started here. I don't know, I might have had to get a little bit of that slack out of there, but I don't remember how many cranks was on that one. Nor do I remember on these either. I know I snapped a picture of this one, so I'll look back and see. Well, you can see that, but we can get fairly close to that. Pretty close. Believe we can go with that. Now there's that one down there. So just a FYI, this cable's trying to twist. I mean, it was a little bit, not bad, but just remember that when you go to tighten these up, that this might be twisting on you. Let's grip right into the threads. Looks about right. So now we need to figure out way down here at this other end where I took that or loosened those up, make sure they're right. So I'll look back and see how many times I turned those. Okay, so we got the chains and cables, I guess, in the ballpark. There is a sticker over here I'll show you here in a minute, kind of tells the instructions for adjusting these things. But right now we're gonna hack into some electrical. So let's cut this, and we'll cut this. So now this should be easy enough splicing. Yeah, I know we could get rid of these connectors here, but oh well. I got a couple different size wire splices and no crimpers with me, so that's good. Now, alright, well, it looks like this part may be done, but I mean done for us. These are inside, it don't matter. That's just little type of splices. But the adjustment, here I'll show you. There's a sticker here. I don't know if you can read that or not. Bunch of gibberish to me, so let's just do the wrong thing and run it in and out and see what happens. Okay, so we have it wired up. The chains are back on. It's somewhat adjusted. Probably wrong, but let's see what happens. See if it works. Cross your fingers and your toes. Well, it'd help if I pushed the right button, so let's try that again. Oh, nope, not that one either. Okay. So the wires are backwards on that. I wired them up red to red, black to black, but it is opposite of what the other one was, so let's bring her back in. That one seems like it got a lot more power than the other one. But I'm going to have to fix the wires just so we don't kind of mess it up by trying to make it go opposite way. So yeah, I guess it's straight, so I pulled it in. Looks okay. Yeah, let's reverse those wires. Alright, so went ahead and cut them wires again and resplice them together. So I got them opposite now. Black to red, red to black. So let's see if this works right now. I'll find the right switch, and I'm pushing the out button. All right. There we go. So I think that's fixed. Okay, so I probably wasn't too clear on it, but kind of what I did wasn't the best thing to do. So if you look there, that the middle bolt that hooks to the chain, on each one of these, there's 4 sections all the way down through there like that. They have that bolt in the middle that you can adjust. Now you can probably just take that loose on all of them and get yourself enough slack. Maybe have to take one of them loose to get the chains off of the motor, but it probably would have been a lot easier than what I did by loosening up each individual cable. So just if you go to do this yourself, you know, maybe consider that, because it'd probably make it a little bit easier. I wish that's the way I had done it now, but looks like I need to tighten that one up a little bit. But anyway, at least we got it done. Kind of might have went the long way, but you can learn from my mistakes. And try the adjustment bolt in the middle first. So it's the bolt that actually hooks to the chain section and not the cables. Which, you know, they both kind of do the same thing, I guess, in the adjustment part, but it would have been a lot easier to just do that middle one, and then it would have kind of remembered where I needed to go back to. So just figured I'd let you know that. If you watch this video, you can see my struggles and what I did wrong, and know that that's probably the right way. So anyway, yeah, that's what we did. Alright, so while we're at it, why don't we pop this thing open and see what's wrong inside. I'm sure something's stripped out. Well, we'll see what it looks like. So 5 Allen screws, and then there's a Phillips on the back, so I'm not sure if it needs to come out or not, but let's take these Allen screws out. That one was loose. That one was loose. Huh. Only one of them was tight. At least it had grease in it. See, lots and lots of metal flakes. The sparkly grease. Right there's the one that was stripped out, I believe. This little gear on top of there. Oh no, this gear down here looks stripped out, so yeah. Anyway, it's junk. It's replaced. Yeah, it's this gear down here. It's stripped. This is stripped a little bit. Those are rounded off, but this one is got a groove plumb cut through it from this worm gear. So yeah, she gone. All right, so glad to have that thing replaced. We learned how easy it was to replace a cable slide motor, but at least it's in. These cables out here, the slides all the way out, they seem to be